That's a different question.
All right, well, you can answer that one. Do you have a duty to read all the reports and prospective repairs that are to occur on the premises?
I don't think that specific duty is contained in my management contract.
Well, who had the duty to review this work plan? Because somebody had to read it.
I guess you can answer. Not sure
Well, I'd
really
like to know what you're asking.
All right,
You
a
said two
contractor
things.
writes a work plan. Who's responsible for reading and reviewing the work plan? If it's to occur on the premises you manage, who's responsible for reviewing it?
The work plan submitted by,
Steve Clark.
he is an expert in the field. That's what they do, and they do it for major projects. I do not have the expertise to tell them what to do.
So you rely on contractors to do a job they say they're going to do without even reviewing what they're going to do?
Well, objection. That misstates his testimony.
Do you review proposed work that contractors will do on the premises prior to it being executed?
Has he ever done that in the 31 years that he's been the property manager? Is that the question?
No. Does he do it as a rule?
Is it your custom and practice to review reports of work that's going to be done on the premises?
Since this is the only work plan that's ever been filed or proposed on this property and State Farm was administering it, I felt it was not my duty to review and to tell the experts what to do, since I have no expertise in that area. That is their expertise. I did read it at one point. I didn't read it instantly when I got it. I was a day or two later. I did read it, but I did not call up and say I don't like this or I don't like that, because I'm not an expert.
Well, in the contract that the work plan they proposed, they did not warrant clearances. Did that concern you at all, or you just didn't read it?
Well, I'll check that lacks foundation. That may actually, well, assumes facts, not in evidence.
In the work plans of Steve Clark, there were instructions of how to proceed after their work included, which included posting hazardous material signs for the workers that were to be present after they issued their clearances. Why weren't signs posted on the premise to warn the renovators from Blue Line Builders?
I think
Again, the
I
objection
assumes facts, not in evidence.
Let me try and help you with this. What you're doing is you're making a statement, and
Mhm.
then you're saying something that's
Right.
not already been presented. Why don't you just ask him the question?
All right.
Hold on, I'm going to help you here.
All right.
This is Depot 101.
All right.
Are you aware of whether any signs, hazardous material signs, were posted on the premises? Yes, no. That's
Mhm.
your first foundational question.
All
Then you
right.
ask questions off of that.
All right. Are you aware of any hazardous material signs posted after Steve Clark's work was concluded on the premises?
What I am aware of, over the period of time there were signs posted. I don't know if it was specifically at that point that you're asking. So, but there were plenty of signs posted.
Okay, when did Steve Clark issue their clearances? Approximately.
I don't recall.
Can I ask you if June of '09 is a reasonable roundabout date when Steve Clark issued clearances and concluded their work on the premises? Would that seem accurate to you?
Since I swore to tell the truth and the whole truth, I can't answer that question except to say I don't recall.
When did Blue Line Builders begin their work on the premises?
I don't recall. This has been State Farm initiating this work, and it was my job to stay clear and not to interfere.
So Will McNutt, you never met him before this work was ordered by State Farm?
Could you ask that question again?
Were you an acquaintance of Will McNutt of Blue Line Builders prior to this renovation?
Was I an acquaintance? Yeah, I still don't.
Did you ever meet Will McNutt before the repair work was done on the premises? I mean, prior to his job on the premises, I think she's asking.
To the best of my recollection, I met him once, shook his hand as he was estimating a job, and that was it. Prior to him being involved, or State Farm assigning this work to him.
So if Will McNutt were to state he's known you for 25 years, that would not be accurate?
Yeah, that would not be accurate.
Would not be accurate. Has he performed any other work on the premises for you before this renovation?
On the premises at the...
Ocean View or any other properties you manage?
He's never done any work on the Ocean View property.
Has he done any work for you on any other premises or buildings that you've ordered prior to this?
No.
How was Blue Line found by State Farm?
Doesn't that call...
Well, the better question is
Did you
do you know
refer
how
them?
it was
Yeah.
that Blue Line came to do the work on the property?
Part of that answer, and I think of what you're looking for, is because the insurance policy on the Ocean View Apartments has always been one that contained or had an extra provision which cost more, where if there was a claim, that State Farm would send its preferred providers, or you were eligible to use their preferred providers. And Will McNutt is one of their preferred providers.
Okay. Did Blue Line Builders ever do any work for you on any other place that you ordered personally prior to this?
No.
Okay. How are you remunerated for the management? By percentage, rents collected, or a flat salary?
Is that privileged?
Well, it's not relevant, but tell her the method. I'm not going to let her ask how much you get paid. That's
No, I'm not asking how much. I'm asking by what means.
Management commissions are based on rents collected.
Are you able to collect your fee based on lost rents collected from insurance claim?
Say that again, I didn't hear that.
Are you able to collect your property management fee from lost rent that are collected from the insurance company?
That would be appropriate because the insurance company is paying the rent for the tenant. So it is rents, and the owners have to declare it as rental income. So it would be appropriate, yes.
So you are collecting fees on the apartments now that are collecting lost rents in the building from State Farm?
You're using the wrong sense of the verb, or tense, excuse me.
You did?
You did. Use the wrong tense.
I think he answered your question. He says he does get paid, whether you pay or whether it's lost rents, because it's still rent.
All right, how long have lost rents been collected on my unit? From what date?
Well, you're getting into definitely an area that I don't think is relevant or reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence.
Okay, I'm going to ask.
Wait.
Okay.
Based on the pleadings and your affirmative defenses, that's not irrelevant.
All right, what's relative? Have I ever...
Excuse me, I can't get
Yeah, I
two
know.
people,
We
it's
have,
really getting bad.
Let me
Sorry.
just say a few things here.
Wait, I've got to stop the tape anyway,
Okay.
because I've got to change it out.
So are we off the
Just-
record?
Off record.
Yeah, that, you have to let her know that.